Hi everyone, hopefully this isn't too jerky. I'm going to try to do this outside because let's see me, like maybe it's a little jerky. I'm doing this outside so that way I don't have to wait until really, really late tonight. But I am Rebecca from ChemKnits and I'm here to unbox the, it's a really loud bird. I'm here to unbox the June 2020 Knit Crate. Oh wait, let's see. Yeah, I think I've got a Knit Crate and a Sock Crate membership here. These are mystery yarn subscriptions, and there's a bit of delay in June. There are still delays in the yarn supply chain due to the pandemic. There's actually even more delays at the moment, like with bare yarn and stuff. There's some delays going on, but anyway, I'm really excited to open up this yarn and see what is inside. So for disclosures, I am a KnitCrate affiliate, which means I do earn commission by referring sales to them. So I do have a link, an affiliate link in the video description, and you can save 20% off your first month by using the code ChemKnits20. All that should be in the comments and description. And yeah, I'm really, really excited. Normally, the Knit Crate arrives in like a teal colored box, but because they're working with reduced staff in their warehouses, they're using mailers at the moment because it's easier to pack it up, and they can do that with a more limited staff because they're trying to keep everybody distanced and safe. And it's bath time, so the kids are taking baths, but I'm really excited to open these up. And gosh, I don't think I've had a shipping. I'm not sure when the July ones will ship, but we will be opening the June today. They said the box will be back this month. Oh, awesome. I was actually chatting with some of them maybe about a week ago, and as you know, I was featured in May, and so I was talking with them about it, and but I didn't ask about July when I was talking. But anyway, let's open these up. Oh, so what is Knit Crate? As I said, it's a mystery yarn subscription. And with the Knit Crate membership, for $24.99 a month, you get 200 grams of beautifully dyed yarn, plus a knitting pattern and a crochet pattern, and you have enough yarn to make either one of those. And there's some fun extras. Plus, as being a member of Knit Crate, you can get 50% off the Member Central shop. So if you want more of the yarn that you got in your package, or maybe one of the other colors, you can go and get that at a discount because you're subscribed. The Sock Crate, even though I think this is the Sock Crate today, but anyway, the Sock Crate is $19.95 a month, and you'll get 100 grams of sock yarn. So it'll be, usually it'll have some nylon in it, and it'll be fingering, occasionally sport weight. Sometimes they do some last minute sock patterns. And there will also be a sock pattern and a crochet pattern that goes with that yarn. And so in either of the packages, you get access to all 4 of those patterns. And so it's really fun. But which one should I open first? The little one, which I think has more yarn. I think this is the Knit Crate, or the big one, which is a Sock Crate. Let me know in the comments, and I will check for questions. And I'll see what pops up. But I am really excited. The big one, Sock Crate, little. Okay, I think that is, okay, about even, all right, maybe sock, okay. All right, I'm gonna go for the teal one. It looked about even. Uh-oh. I'm like, just for once, I was like, I'm actually gonna try to use the little tabby thing. And, oh, good thing I brought scissors. All right, let's, ooh. Oh, wow. Okay, we got a lot of stuff in here. But I know the thing you want to see first is the yarn. Check this out. Those birds are really loud. I did not anticipate that. This actually looks really good with my my dress today. So this is the Vitalana Ambient Sock. This is 80% Peruvian Highland wool, 20% nylon, fingering weight. So this is a hand wash fingering weight yarn that's reinforced with some nylon. And there's 400 yards per 100 grams. I don't know if I've seen this one before. This is really pretty. Oh, okay. At first I thought that maybe it was going to feel almost dip dyed, but it's not. So here I always like to be able to lay them out as they are dyed. I find that fun. So and that's something you can typically do with the KnitCrate yarns. So you can see how they're dyed and the type of colorway that you would get. This is really, really pretty. And yeah, it's not as soft as say a merino. But I mean, I like knitting with Peruvian Highland wool a lot. It's one of the ones that I dye the most. Um, but I haven't dyed this base in particular. But the bases are slightly different from KnitCrate and Dyer Supplier, which is their Bear Yarn sister company. Okay, so that is the yarn. Now let's see. All right, our theme, and I got two. I got double goodies. Okay, I got double postcards and double goodies today. Okay, the theme this month is getaway. And I didn't bring my computer out, so I can't pull up the Inspirations magazine, which I'm now realizing was an error. But this month's theme is getaway. Sensory delight awaits on every horizon. Rich spices and strong painted hues mingle with softer clay, stone, and alabaster. The yarns and patterns in your KnitCrate membership or SockCrate membership will whisk you off to a dreamy yarn getaway. This month we partnered with Tony Lipsy of TL Yarn Crafts. Tony is a phenomenal designer and educator specializing in crochet and Tanzanian crochet. Tony uses her website and social media platforms to engage with fiber enthusiasts all over the world and shares her tips and tricks for creating versatile and fashion-forward crochet pieces. From blankets, shawls, sweaters, and accessories, Tony has an eye for combining color and shapes to create show-stopping patterns and finished objects, making her blog, www.tlyarncrafts.com, a constant source of inspiration. And Tony is amazing. I recommend that you go and follow her on Instagram. Her stuff is beautiful. And I believe she did make some Tanzanian crochet tutorials for KnitCrate, which I haven't watched yet. But I know she also has some tutorials on how to do it on her YouTube channel as well. And I think one of the patterns might be a shawl that she did, which of course, since I don't have, okay, there's a wrap. You can see this like wrap right there. I think that might be Tanzanian crochet. And I'm not focusing well on it. But if you are a KnitCrate member, normally you get a little magazine that has the patterns on it. But because of the pandemic, they have gone to just digital for the moment, because it means that that's one avenue where, they're one less moving part, so they can get things out. And I think so this is like a little like mushroom thing. Is this like a darning thing? I think someone said, but I don't know. Someone could tell me what this is. Because I normally try to avoid spoilers so that way I can react to things. But you got the KnitCrate in the haze color. Oh, I didn't see the name of the colorway. This is Sizzling Sunset. Would I reskein this before caking it up? No, probably not. There's not really any reason to reskein yarn before caking it. There's not any reason to reskein yarn before caking it up unless you want, like, the reasons why as a dyer I would reskein yarn would be if I thought that the skein was messy, or if there's a tangle and I was trying to fix and I had to reorder it, or as just the like science experiment to compare the like as it was dyed versus reskeined. But I prefer to see it as it was dyed, because if this was reskeined, it could be hard to say what the color repeats were or the lengths, because you can see we have like a long light pink and two short light pinks. And so if it were reskeined, it would be hard to tell about that. Yeah, okay. I thought I saw someone say something about this being for darning, which is cool, because then you would put, that actually would be really handy, because you put like it over and then you can, that is really, really cool. And no worries about spell check. Okay. And next, can't believe I forgot. I was like, la la la. Oh, I will just go outside. Next time I'll make sure to bring the computer. Okay, so that was the sock crate. Ooh. I always need more pins. And how adorable is this? It's a little knit crate. Just these are some blocking pins, but I like that, like this like little organization, because it's not a pin cushion, but it's like a pin disc. That's really cool. Okay, so for it's going to be the same postcard in here, and oh, check out Tony's logo. That's really cute, and I'm not focusing on it. Nope, focus on it. I like that yarn. Okay, so ooh, it's a chain stitch. I love the chain stitch that they have. Let's see. This is Dean Woods interlock, and it looks like that this was designed with Tony, because Tony's label is also here on the label. This is 30% cotton, 30% linen, 19% Lysol, and 10% nylon. It's a machine wash gentle, lay flat to dry yarn. And this looks like a tonal. This is a beautiful, this is so soft. I think this is a new blend. This is going to be perfect for summer. It is cool to touch. It would give, like, as some kind of wrap, it would give enough, like, protection from like wind and chill, but it wouldn't like heat you up too much. And I'm always looking to see, yeah, no, this is more of like a true tonal. And sometimes with some of the tonals, I can lay them out and you can see how it's dyed. And in this, it does feel a tiny bit more random, but this is gorgeous. Okay, so for the chain, this is a chain ply yarn, which I'm not sure if you can see, which basically has been, it's like it's been crocheted into a chain, which is a nice way to give a little bit of bounce to cellulose fibers. Because you know how cotton yarn doesn't often have a lot of give, but with it crocheted, that then gives a little bit more movement to it. And I love like the way that there's added color and stuff as well. Or actually I can look, it's possible that it was dyed before it was chained. That actually might be the case. I think it was dyed before the chaining. Some of the chainette yarns that they've done like that have been, that's the way they've done it. They've dyed it before, and then you can see some more like changes in like as it's sort of like, I guess, crocheted up into the yarn. But let me see. You can get, oh no, nope, there we go. Isn't that beautiful? No, don't focus on me. Don't focus on me. It is gorgeous. No, this is a beautiful, beautiful orange. Okay, so for the KnitCrate, they sent in the KnitCrate membership, you get 200 grams for $24.99. That includes the cost of shipping, even internationally. And so you get the yarn and the pin disc, and you get the 4 patterns that I mentioned. So I believe there's a Tanzanian crochet wrap. I don't know what the other patterns are this month. I haven't gone and checked, but there is a URL on the little postcard, which I've been covering up, that when you type that in, you can download the Inspirations magazine directly into your Ravelry library, which I always like to do because then it's easily searchable. So you can do that, or you can download them directly to your computer and print them out. But you'll have access to a knitting and crochet pattern that work with the KnitCrate membership yarn, and then a sock knitting and crochet pattern that will work with the sock yarn. And actually this could work on socks as well. What weight is it? I don't think it says, but this is really cute. The orange is The orange is super, super vibrant. Yeah. And of course, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking of like Gigi made it because she's everything so orange. Um, yeah, maybe tomorrow or the next night I'll be opening that one. But I've never used a darning tool before, and I'm actually really excited. Not that I don't really make socks, mainly because I don't wear socks. I think my feet would be in better shape if I wore socks, but I don't like it when my feet get sweaty, so I don't wear socks. So I'm usually barefoot, and I run everywhere barefoot. Um, yeah, but my husband always wears socks and slippers, and so maybe this year he'll finally get a pair of socks that I've made like worsted weight socks, so like thick socks before, but I haven't made socks out of fingering weight yarn. I tend to be more of like a shawl, like lace type knitter. Although lately everything's hats because everyone needs a new winter hat every year because little heads grow. And so that has been a big thing that I've been making. But the space is gorgeous. And yeah, without the magazine, I don't have what the other colors are, and I didn't look it up because I didn't want to be spoiled on the base. But again, the KnitCrate membership base is 34% cotton, 35% linen, 19% lyocell, lyocell, and then 11% nylon, and it is very silky. It reminds me like of a cotton modal blend or something. It is so soft. And yeah, and it's washable. It's machine wash, gentle, and then lay flat. So I'm really excited. It's in sport weight. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, because looking at it, I was like, ooh. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have called it worsted or anything, but yeah, they've done a few like of this type of yarn construction, and all of them have blown me away. Some have been more wool and a little bit thicker and chunkier. I'm really like, I really like it. I'd love, I think I got one once that was, it's not bare, but I think it was nearly bare. It's like maybe like very milky, very, very like pale. And so I might over dye that just because I think it would be fun to dye. But oh man, this is beautiful. And yeah, I don't think you'll be able to see the details, but I believe that this is the Tanzanian crochet wrap. And it's funny, orange isn't my color, but I like this orange a lot. And I'm actually not minding it. So like growing up, and I mean, I'm wearing red today. So growing up, my mom was like, you can't wear red, you can't wear pink. And so, but I really like it. And the nice thing is that if you're worried about not liking the color of yarn you get, KnitCrate does announce the colorways in advance. Around the 20th of the month, I believe, they give a sneak peek, and so then you can actually change your color vibe. So right now I'm enrolled in Anything Goes, which means the color I get is a complete surprise. But during this period after the sneak peeks, you can actually go and shift your vibe. There's Energize Me, which is the warm tone, and I believe I probably got both Energize Me colorways today. There is Chill Out, which is cool tones, and then there's like All Natural or something, which is more neutral tones. And all of them can still, like, you're going to end up with some more like warmer cool tones and some cooler warm tones at times in all of them, but there's a nice variety, and this can help you make sure that you're not getting, say, the green twice in a row. If you want more variety, or if you want whatever's green every month, then you can also pick that. And so that gives you that flexibility that you can pick a vibe and then stay in that lane, or mix things up, or go for a complete surprise. And I always try to go for a surprise. Okay, so this month they had a purple color called Haze, and then they had a cream colored one. I checked, it's funny because I didn't look closely when I was checking in Member Central. So again, as I said, if you want more than one of the colorways, I mean, I suppose you could sign up for more than one KnitCrate. At this point, if you sign up today, since it's July 6th, you would get the July crate and not the June one. But if you sign up, you can then go and get 50% off if there's any of the June yarn left in Member Central, because as members you get 50% off the retail price. Now you can go and sign up or go and buy the yarn if you aren't a KnitCrate member as well. It's just you're going to be paying the full retail price. They have that set up so that way the members can get discounts, which I think is really cool. And there's some double down sales where you get even extra discounts at certain points in the month, and that's all like really, really fun and cool. Actually, for the first time, they've changed like the back end around, so I now have access to, like, it's now as though I'm a member. So I can go and I can see what KnitCrate members can see on the website, whereas before I couldn't. I could log in, but I wasn't considered an active member. And so they've shifted things around so that way I can go and look, and I could even shift my color guide if I wanted. But I think even though my instinct is always to go for chill out, that would be my instinct, I think that I'm going to stick with anything goes, because I like getting, even if I get the colorway spoiled, I like it being a surprise. I like not knowing what's going to show up. And it really does make me think outside my color comfort zone. Because even if, like, I do really like this orange, even if this isn't something that I would wear, I know other people who would wear this color. Actually, my mother-in-law wears orange. Although she has requested, I made her like these like Scandinavian color work mittens. Not mittens, gloves one year. And she's like, oh man, I'd love a few more pairs of that. And I'm like, that was like a pre-kids project. But yeah, sometimes you might have a friend or family that might do. But if, you know, I like being pushed a little bit outside of my color comfort zone, because when I go to like a yarn expo or something, the palette of yarn that tends to come home with me tends to be, no, sorry. I tried to swipe away the notification and I disconnected. Whenever I go to a yarn expo or something, the yarn that ends up in my bag coming home with me tends to be fairly similar. And so it's nice to have some like other color inspiration. And of course, you know, if you love the yarn but not the color, you could always over dye it. Unless it's black, then there's not much you could do. But in theory, you could always over dye it. But I don't think I want to. This color is. I would be very happy to create this orange. It is so bright and beautiful. You want to delve more into browns and grays? Yeah. What's a yarn expo? So I mean, like like at Vogue Knitting Live, they have the like commercial room. I forget what they call it, but it'll just be like some kind of fiber festival or something. And they'll have the room with all of the different vendors set up, and it'll just be booths and booths and booths of yarn and other knitting notions and accessories and stuff. And those are fun. Not that I've been to one in a while, but I really want to. You got a hold of the roving? Oh, it went to the wrong house. Oh no. Okay, but not my Oh, good. Yay. I'm glad it's fine. I always I get very self-conscious when I dye roving. And I feel like overly critical sometimes. And so I'm like, yeah, there was no question to me that it was spinnable, but I was like, I'm a little unsure. So I'm so glad that you like the roving. And oh, Coral, I'm so glad Soraya loves her yarn. And I don't know if you've shown her, but there's a lot of happy birthday comments for her down below the video. I'm so glad she likes it. And happy birthday to Soraya. So when you sit stitches, you push yourself to get different colors. Yeah. There was one year I was looking for, and so one year at Vogue Knitting Live, I actually met this was many years ago before I had a relationship with them, but I met KnitCrate, and I was in a booth, and I remember talking with them and being like, oh, that's a really interesting concept. And I was like, that's really, really cool. I was like, man, too bad I can't afford to at the time, I was like, oh, I was very tempted, but it wasn't something I could afford at the time. And so it's funny now when I'm like, I saw your booth once I started working with them. But I just remember going around, my mom wanting me to make her a hitchhiker scarf, and she wanted me to find yarn that was like black, gray, and white. And I remember going from booth to booth, and there was one booth, and I was looking, and it was hand dyed. It was beautiful, but some of them had some yellow in it. And now thinking back, I'm like, oh, it's because if it was jacquard dyes, the silver gray, if you speckle with it, it sort of has like some yellow, you'll get some yellow patches from it. It's not just sort of a true color. Because I remember going through and like looking at the skeins and trying to pick the one that had the like, to see if there was one that had none of the little hint of yellow in it. I think that it was like a newspaper color, like had a newspaper name to the colorway or something. But anyway, uh, that was just one little thing that at the time I didn't know. It's just fun because at the time when I was shopping, like now knowing more about like commercial dyes and stuff, it's just fun to think back and be like, oh, I think I know like what was going on. Um, yeah. She's so excited to see the comments. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, I'm so glad she likes the yarn. I had a lot of fun dyeing it for her. Oh, yeah. And so that I shifted because today was the sponsor for Dye Pot Weekly. Today was her actual birthday, and I was like, oh, I'll shift the video a day early. Make it extra special for her. Oh, especially because I was edited and ready. Um, but man, so there's a lot of online fiber festivals since pretty much everything got canceled this year. So I haven't gone and checked one out. I'm not really allowed to buy a lot more yarn at the moment because I'm allowed to buy bare yarn. I've had to like restrict myself because between like what I dye and then like what I get from KnitCrate and everything, I've got a lot to work with. But again, if you want to check out KnitCrate and learn more, I have not seen any of the sneak peeks or spoilers. And oh man, I miss Knitspirations magazine because now I can't think about the theme for July. Huh. Okay, well, I don't remember. I think maybe I forget if the magazine's coming back this month. I don't remember. I feel like I asked, but now I don't remember. Um, they either way, the I'm not sure about the theme of July or what the yarn bases are or even who the influencer is. There should be at some point probably an Instagram live, but I haven't noticed. They've started doing with the influencer that they're featuring each month. They're trying to do like a live Q&A on Instagram, and so that's worth checking out. And unfortunately, I think that there was a technical issue, and so they weren't able to save the one that I did with them, which is too bad. But I have a similar Q&A on my channel from when I unboxed it on YouTube. But anyway, these colors are gorgeous. And you know, this one actually really, I would probably rename this one Kool-Aid. There is a colorway I dyed. Goodness, this must have been fall or summer maybe of 2017, where I did a bunch of different flavors of Kool-Aid and this is giving me vibes of that. So it's like we've got a little bit of black cherry and cherry. It's maybe strawberry kiwi or something. And this is beautiful. It's more red than say a pumpkin orange. Ooh, is it like that slide over there? It's like a lily, like a tiger lily kind of orange, which ours have not. They are over there and they have not bloomed. I may collect some of the little stamens. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I'm that brave. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me and hanging out last week. You did an audit of your yarn and realized you had more than you realized. Oh man, yeah. There have been times when I'm like, oh, I should enter everything on Ravelry. And then each time I start, I give up. Oh, I have a lot of yarn, but anyway, I am going to retwist this. So yeah, this is the June yarn, not the July yarn. So if you sign up today, through the end of July, through the 31st, you would get the yarn that is going to be in the July knit crate or sock crate. And then they will, since it's a subscription, they'll charge you on the first of the month, every month thereafter. And then yeah, it's fun, and you can pick your vibes, and it's a really good price for a mystery package. For the sock crate, that is $19.95. Yes, $19.95 for 100 grams of sock yarn. This time it's not superwash. I would say most of the time the sock yarn is superwash, but occasionally it isn't. Did I see your last? Audit of your fabric stash. Fiber by Nature. I'm not sure if I saw yours. Oh, your aunt's mom was selling stuff on the online Maryland Sheep and Wool Fest. Oh, cool. Yeah, I've heard that those have been going pretty well. Because I know that I don't do any in-person like booths or sales or anything, but I know a lot of dyers that's like their big, like, going to shows is the big part of their business and like a big source of their revenue for the year. And so losing shows has been a big concern for a lot of the community. But I would say the community as a whole has pulled together, I think, in a really great way. And I'm very excited I can't decide if this is I guess it's probably more of a mushroom, but I also think hamburger. So I'm a little excited about that. But anyway, I'm going to head out, and I think I'm supposed to help out reading some bedtime stories tonight. Yeah, Fiber by Nature, I'm not very good at volume. That's the issue. I have nowhere near enough inventory or volume to like fill even like a quarter of a booth or anything. But anyway, you can find my affiliate link in the video description. Again, KnitCrate does send me these for free to check out and review. And I think that with the exception of last month, which was bare yarn, so they gave you the blank canvas to play with, and some tutorials by me. But otherwise, the colors are beautiful, and I think that the variety is really, really fun. And so if you like surprises, it is, I think, a fun thing to sign up for. So anyway, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful, wonderful summer. Because, yeah, we're now officially summer. And I will be live again later this week, probably, for more unboxings. So make sure you're subscribed and have your notifications turned on so you don't miss any of it. Thank you guys so much for joining. Bye.